Hello YouTube, it is I, RainingCardGames. Last time we ended on a 1-2 record. Not great, just a quick update. But yeah, Battles of Legend, or I should say Brothers of Legend, didn't exactly give us what we wanted, but we were moving in the right direction. So I think it's time we finish that box, add a little bit of extra sauce on top of that box to give us that little push that we need, and hopefully we can start to turn things around. So before we go ahead and do that, if you could be so please, if you could be so kind, like, comment, subscribe. Let's do this.
Okay, so not only are we going to finish this Brothers of Legends box, but also FBI open up! So yeah, we're gonna crack into the Trix structure deck for cards. Very good cards, I might say. Reprints mostly. No, we're not diverging into Atlantean Trix. I don't even know how that would work. There is no synergy whatsoever. So I'm sure you all have seen the gist of this, but yeah. We're just gonna skim through all the Trix cards because we're not using them. They're good. Really good support, but that's one card that we want. Gosh, this is actually a really good structure deck, isn't it? But yeah, Godarla, Kumungus. I mean, we have a lot of kaijus at this point, so Retaliating Sea, Resonance Insect, Lone Fire Blossom, Ash Blossom. That's one of the big reprints that we're after. Sage de Fleur, Mech Knight, Purple Nightfall, Blue Sky Randomly, Mortal Talk, Fire, Ice, Thunder, a common Raigeki. You know, we actually don't have Raigeki, so that's actually another good common Harpies. We have Ultra Harpies, Feather Dust already, so I guess we can just set that aside in the interesting. The holes. Random interesting support. OG Trap Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole. You've got options. You do have, like, I could technically go into, I don't know. It just made double bottomless, by the way. Void Trap Hole, Trix Trap Hole, Nightmare, 2 copies, Floodgate Trap Hole, Gravediggers. This actually gives us 2 copies of it now. So Trap Trick, or maybe in a playset if I'm not mistaken. Artifact Sanctum, Naturia Sacred Tree, Rafflesia. I mean, it's something to consider. It honestly is actually something to consider. Alamarth, we remember back when we ran this card. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Sarah, I don't know if that's interesting. Master Duel, Photon Hypernova. But anyway, let's actually get into. Oh, I guess I should make my pile, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Common potentials, definitive cards that I want. I guess nothing. Let's go all the way to, there we go. Common pile off to the side. Supers up here, ultras up here. Voila. Anyway, because now that gives us a section for the secret rares. But anyway, we are in it for the Kraken. Please. Insector Exabeetle. Ice Smear. What does this do? Target a level 3 or lower water. You control special summon the same name as the deck, but you can't summon from the face. No, that's not good. Summon Storm. To wind support. Left Hand Shark. Lyrisk Bird Strike. Nope. Nope, 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 no. Give me the Nyx back. Okay. Good. Deal of Destiny. Allure of Darkness. Cool reprint. Right Hand Shark. Shooting Star Dragon. Spell. Wing Requid. You know, yeah, Pot of Greed for Wing Beast. Not what we want, though. Not what we want. Planetary Conversion. Starlight Road. Noble Knight Spear Holder, Kaiju Rescue Capture Mission, and a Dusted Gold as our secret. That's not what we want either. Void Feast, Karibo, Dr. D, Detonate, Dispel, D-Force, D-Force, D-Force. Alright, we keep moving. We keep on trucking along. Eyeshadow, Ice Mirror, Inferno Decatron, Penguin Sword, Penguins. Oh man, good old Penguin Brave to spell. Double Exposure. That's a Cypher support. No, no, no. It's okay. We keep moving, we keep moving. Okay. Eidos. Hidden Fangs of Revenge. Rank Imagine Argent Chaos Force. We got a common Gardarla, now we got the Ultra again. Actually, we pulled one last time too. And Effect Monster. Astral Karibo. Good card, but not what we need / want. A few more packs to go. Come on, come on. Give me Stealth Kraken. You gave me a Stealth Kraken spawn. Give me the Kraken. Numbers protection. Z Ouroboros. Yes. Red Eyes Fusion. Idea the Heavenly Square. And Fusion. Centaur Mina. That sucks. That sucks. Will this be the pack that provides me with number 4? Krebe. Ice Knight. Appliancer Propelion. Dollhouse. It's an effect monster, darn it. And it's Grandpa. Grandpa. I don't want Grandpa. It's alright. Last pack of this box. This box is giving us good stuff. It's giving us like Stealth Kraken spawn. It's giving us a Nibiru in the last opening as well. But will it give me what I want? It gave me a Sea Nuddle. It gives me ways to make it. Another Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Actually not a bad card. I think that now we have a play set or 2 copies, but that's a good pull. Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. Curryborn, please be a black card. Black, 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 black. Blue. Relinquished Anima. That's a good card. Can we make this? I think we can, but extra deck space at this point is getting tighter, so unfortunately, this is not the last we've seen of this product if we want to see Stealth Kraken. But we got some good stuff.
So we don't have number 4, which means we're going to have to revisit this set, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, we could also flush out some playsets from other cards that are in this set, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but ideally I would have liked to have it by the end of this episode with 1 box. You would think it would happen. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. The Trap Trick Structure deck did give us some good going second staples. Evenly Match is huge. We now have a full playset of Ash Blossom, which is actually really good, especially against, if we're going up, let's say, against Branded. Oh, we're saving it for that Branded Fusion. So we'll move forward with this. This is actually quite positive in terms of the pulls today. But yeah, let's actually test the new toys. Alrighty, so for match number 1, we're going first against Zombie World. This is going to be fun. Luckily, though, I am able to slowly piece out my board. I get my Megalod out early before my Deep Sea Diva, so I can actually use the Atlantean Mermail line, the Atlantean Prince line to get out my Kairu Shin, which means I can have a full lockdown on the board. Can't summon more zombies if I've got Umi on the field and limit you to 1 singular water. So we're slowly just building up, and we scoop up. We go to game number 2. My opponent is running a Psy Reflector engine. Interesting. This is going to be a very fascinating gameplay because obviously they're going for the zombie world lock which will be partially disruptive on my end because I have to special summon sea serpents, aquas, and the like. I do have the lightning bolt, which I can clean up the board, which then I bring out my diva, but I get hit with Rivalry of the Warlords underneath zombie world. I can only summon zombies. So now this is going to be difficult. I do have back row removal, which I have sided in. So hopefully my board gets cleared. I can draw something that can help me out here, but it doesn't really look like it. And then with another Abyss Shark being top decked, yeah, we scoop up, we go to game number 3. Game number 3, we just open floodgates. There's no way really can paint it any other way. Anti-spell, we have Kairishin, we have basically all the tools that we need. We bring out the Megalo so we can start to get popping around so that we can just punch for a bunch of damage just in case we bring out a Toad, in case we want to protect from any potential back row, even though they're all spells, and we end up taking that match. Match number 2, we are going up against Scareclaw. And obviously there's some Cashier splashed in there as well. We're able to get out an Umi lock as well as the protection with the Toad, which is a fairly decent board. And we actually quickly take game number 1. Now we are going second. We do open 2 cards that could potentially help us out. Unfortunately, my opponent gets a Baron de Fleur right before Nibiru can be effective. So, if anything, it's at least discard fodder for my Forbidden Droplet so that I can try to get back in this game. But with the banishing of Atlantean Prince, that kind of cuts me off from everything. So we just scoop up and we go to game number 3. Interesting hand, game number 3. I see if there's any Ash or anything with Fury of the Kairishin. Doesn't get hit. So we start to slowly pop off. We use our Atlantean line to get us the Megalo to get our equip. We end up synchroing up into our Deep Sea Prima Donna so we can have a Biscayos on the field with an equip. We don't have enough material to bring out, unfortunately, the Kairishin, so we're just going to have to hope that my Bubble Reef would have drawn me a hand trap. It draws me Called By, which isn't the worst in the world. I tried to clear the field, but they have an extender in hand to revive so they can continue their Scareclaw plays. So, unfortunately, my Torrential didn't do what I was hoping it would do. And then the Link 3 for Scareclaw Triacard comes out of the field, cleans up my board, and now leaves me with a hope and a prayer and a dream, and yeah, it's gone. So, with not much left, we top deck Torrential. I could hope that maybe I could get back into this somehow, but nope, my opponent doesn't take any bait, and we lose that match. Match number 3, we are going up against Branded Despia. Tough matchup, but luckily we do have the Ash Blossom for the Branded Fusion, and that stops my opponent's plays, but they do set a Book of Eclipse. This is going to be very tricky to play around, so we're going to see how it goes. I have my Atlantean Prince, who is also protected by the Stealth Attack too. We bring out my Megalo. I protect my Megalo with my Kraken, so that way he doesn't get booked as well. I get some searches off. I special summon him again. My Atlantean Heavy Infantry pops the Branded Lost. And we're kind of sitting on 1 negate, which isn't the best. It stops the 1 monster effect, but I don't have anything for the Branded Fusion. Unfortunately, Mirror Jade hits the field, as well as Bestial Lubellion. Luckily, in the battle phase, I can bring out Kairishin to clean up the board a little bit, just leaving a Mirror Jade to deal with. I end up trying to go for the the Sonar effect, but it gets blanked, as well as everything else on my field. So now I'm in a very odd controlling state where if I can just hold on, I can potentially draw some equalizers to keep my Umi engine alive, to keep me in the game. But yeah, the Chimera kind of cleans up the field, leaves me with a dead Megalo in hand. We scoop up. We have to go to game number 2. Game number 2, we get hit by Dimensional. What's his face? Yeah. D-Shifter. We get hit by D-Shifter. That is extremely rough. It cuts us off completely from the Atlantean line, from the Umi line. There is not much hope for us. Luckily, we are able to trigger double Atlantean Dragoons, so we can get extra value off of this Megalo when he pitches the Marksman and the Sharpshooter. But 1 negate against a card that deck that uses a lot of spells and has easy swarming potential. My Torrential cleans up a little bit, but not enough to completely wipe the board. And unfortunately, we are going to have to take a big, fat L against Branded Despia, despite a lot of interplay between the 2 decks. We finally move on to the final game for today's video, and the matchup is against Dark World once again. Now we are going first, and you actually get to witness the full potential of what my deck can do when it goes uninterrupted to build the best possible board
We have a totally awesome Omni Negate. We have a monster / spell negate with Electric Jellyfish that goes in lock with Kairi Shin and Monster Negate on Abyss Megalo. We have the protection from Stealth Attack 2, the boost from Legendary Ocean, and yeah, we just take that up nice and easy. We are now going second. We do have a Nibiru. There's 1 summon. There's 2 summons. There's 3 summons. There is 4 summons. And they actually scoop up. So we actually take that last game. So we end on a 2-2 record. Some interesting interactions with some of the decks that we did today. Not a winning record, not a losing record, but we take those and we actually learn a little bit more about our deck and how it can actually have some interplay even with a top tier meta deck. So I will take that and we move.
Okay. 2-2. Not great. Not terrible. It's in the middle. Clearly there's some things that we need to help fix. So we went up against Despia, the Ash. You know, we had Ashes, but still there were some things that were lacking. The amount of times that we've played Dark World is very interesting, and in most cases, if we end up drawing well, we can stop them, or if they just play themselves out, we just take that free win, which is very unique. In other cases, we just get hand looped if we end up going second in game 1 and everything. So it's a very unique toss-up with this new Dark World stuff that they seem to be a reoccurring opponent whenever I try to go and duel with the deck. So anyway, we'll take those. Regardless, thank you all so much for joining in today, and I will catch all of you in the next episode where hopefully, you know, we'll get what we need and we'll get there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're coming up on episode 30. Big milestone. I'm out.